You don't know who you are because you just started playing. You threw your character sheet together with the help of another player and got extremely bored. Now you run around the world killing half of everyone you see, treating the game like tabletop Skyrim with a couple other people doing whatever.
My son, it is I, your father. I am alive. You literally killed my dad!
You're the newbie. You've had your hand in only one campaign so far, and just a couple sessions because planning the next one is like doing time surgery. I mean, you like the game. You want to play more and explore what the world has to offer, but Jimothy works a 9-to-5 job, Staniel has finals for his 25 credits worth of classes, and Brad Mantha is building houses for the homeless in Guatemala. Damn it, Brad Mantha. The rest of us could have done Saturday. For your first, and likely current character, you did one of two things. Had a friend make you a rogue, fighter, or barbarian because they have the least amount of active abilities?
So when you're making your character, you're gonna have these things called proficiencies, and they're just skills that you're really good at. So which one do you want to pick?
Doing it and bagel making? Or you wanted to be creative and play something not from the book.
Well, that's right, I'm throwing you a fastball because not all players are the same.
Most newbies fall into two categories of extremely confused and maybe a little bored, or the creative fanatic who stayed up maybe a little too late creating a kobold bard who can't speak common. My advice for those of you with a new player in the game is to savor their unique minds. After a handful of games, everyone finds their comfort zone if they really enjoy the experience. Be supportive if the confused player takes a unique action, and only explain the rules when they need them. Don't take 40 minutes to explain what combat is when we're 3 turns into the encounter, goddammit. If they're passionate about being creative, don't ever take that away from them, because the impossibly stupid things they come up with tend to be what you remember most in a campaign.
So I need you to make a strength check if you're going to stab that spear into the ground.
Can I have advantage because the ground is prone?
It's also important they know that this is a team game. They'll eventually gravitate into one or another playstyle, but they need to know this isn't Skyrim. The last thing you want from the friend you invited is to accidentally create a cringy lone wolf who takes up way too much screen time describing their actions.
I draw my sword of execution as lightning cracks behind me.
There's no lightning,
And
it's
I
sunny
raise
outside.
my sword high over my head and recite my mother's poem to me.
Are we fighting like a
Singing
fire beetle?
against its death as I bring the blade down
Technically I already killed it, you're just doing this because it had less than a few hit points.
And love the symphony of its cries as it falls.
That's cool, we were just gonna let it live so that we could have it as a pet.
It's over.
Great job.
Killed the beetle.
Good work.
I'd say the greatest strength of a new player is how unfamiliar they are with the rules. As a result, they'll always do shit you would never have ever thought was possible. And somehow these fuckers always roll natural 20s at the best times. They do crazy shit like seducing a succubus while being strangled by the succubus, killing a hydra with fall damage, which is... how? Use illusions to sell worthless shit? Guys, why don't we do this more? It's genius. And then there was this dude who greased up his mitts and slipped out of shackles. The game has suggested outcomes for actions. These stupid idiot geniuses did not know those, and made the game much better because of it.
Okay, can I shout to distract him?
What? No.
Penis! What? Oh,
Of course, this is also a weakness. It's a given issue, but I feel like everyone needs to be familiar with it. You are going to have to take some time out of play to explain a thing or two, and the whole party needs to be patient. With luck, the player will only need to hear rules once. My advice for you as a new player, never stop trying to have fun. If someone says an action is impossible because there isn't a rule for it, but it's something you could feasibly do, always try. Because failing to slide between the legs of a giant and cutting off his willy makes for an interesting character death. And because seducing the king of the 7 nations is... well, that's what it is.
My lord!
what do you want, adventurer?
Dungeon Masters, not only do I have advice for you on dealing with these filthy noobs, but I also have words for you as a new DM. New Dungeon Masters are the best for one-shot campaigns, because they're really bad at saying no, and they want you to have the coolest shit almost right away.
What is this?
Oh, that? That's the 6-layer burrito of the 6-pack. If you eat it, your strength score goes up by 6.
But they're also a bit too easy to bully or manipulate with, not the best kind of players. If you're running a pre-written for your first adventure and one of the players knows the adventure, don't let them correct you. If you sit at the end of the table, you automatically have a big PP, and your word is final. Which is a problem for the other half of New Dungeon Masters. They forget the game is about the players, and start fights at the table, sometimes even having a vengeance if you kill their villain too early.
As you're all walking, enjoying the soft, calm breeze, you hear a noise.
Oh,
This is for Dr. Cowboy!
I think he's going to end my life.
Here's a few words to take to heart. Give the players the freedom to act, not demand. Write a story that only has bullet points, and let the story flow to each one more like a stream than a train track. And don't give a level 1 party in a Fruity bottle. Just don't do it. But if you and your party are seasoned veterans, with one rosy-cheeked baby, keep an open mind. They might surprise you, and new ideas are always better than cliché campaigns.
I'm going to cast prestidigitation on your penis! No! My mother, she died during childbirth. It was the only connection I had to this world left, and you killed him for his hat?
To be fair, I wasn't listening to him.
Alright, Italy, Benito Mussolini. We're gonna go to 1930, we're gonna kill him. Him,
Okay.
Hitler, and not Karl Marx.
Not
We're
Karl
actually
Marx.
going to kill Stalin,
So
alright?
we don't need this.
Nope, roll D20. Roll it.
Oh, roll it?
Roll it, yes.
Okay.
Yes. 5 Hitlers are now dead. Now you can sometimes roll with advantage.
Okay.
If you roll with advantage, 13
That's
Stalins
+2.
have now lost all their penises.
Are the 2 Stalins?
He can't
are
create
they-
any more kids. He didn't have any kids anyways.
Okay, so the 2
Wait,
is
I don't
just the
know,
number of
maybe he
kids
did.
that he won't have.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But that is now our time relevancy. Go on Shrek 4, obviously
Yeah,
the
what
greatest
about my
Shrek movie ever. What the fuck is that?
I don't know why I have that.
Is it also restrained?
I don't know anymore.
Tim,
Yeah.
is the ground considered prone? Well, okay, you could do bagel maker with like cooking utensils, like that might work, but that's not really like a skill proficiency, it's like a tool.
If I can't make
proficiency.
bagels, I don't want to play the game. Is doing it even a thing? Can you do it in the game?
Do what? Like
Probably not.
stealth?
Alright. This game's for nerds.
Like me!